So welcome to Step 8. This is often the favorite step for a lot of consultants coming through this training program because this is where we talk about how you actually get your money. How do you actually get those high ticket commissions that you're making when you promote our marketing system and also our products, and how do you get them into your bank account? So I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily get paid your high ticket commissions with Mo, plus also how to get ongoing support for your business after you get through these 21 steps. So I'll show you how to get plugged into our support systems, get our traffic training, business setup training, all of that after you complete the 21 steps. And before we begin, I always like to congratulate you on making it this far. Did you know that less than 30% of people make it to this step? So 2/3 of people don't follow through and even get to this step. You're in the 1/3 that actually does. So congratulations, keep on going, commit to getting to the very end of this training program, all 21 steps. Here's what you're going to discover in this step. I'm going to show you how to get paid your MOB commissions. Those are commissions of $1,250, $3,300, $5,500, even right up to $10,000. And how do you actually get those commissions into your bank account? How to set up your e-wallet account. I will explain what e-wallet is in just a moment. And also where to get daily and weekly support after you complete these 21 steps. Let's talk about how do you actually receive the commissions. The system we use is something called e-wallet. Now, you might not have heard of e-wallet before, but e-wallet is kind of like our own internal PayPal system. Think of it as like MOB's version of PayPal. And what it allows you to do is you can set up your own e-wallet account, and then every 2 weeks when we pay out all of our consultant partners around the world, we send the money directly into their e-wallet accounts, and then they're able to link their e-wallet account to their bank account. Now, also the other really cool thing about e-wallet is that you can get an e-wallet credit card. Okay, so this is a card that actually connects to your e-wallet account. So let's say that you've got $10,000 in commission sitting in your account. You could actually take this card and go and start spending that money without even having to transfer it into your bank account if you wanted to. So it's very reliable. Now, how do you actually set up your e-wallet account? Well, it's very easy. Below this video in the text, you're going to see a form, and what I want you to do is I want you to use the exact same email address that you use to log into this training course you're watching right now. Use the same email address, that's important, and fill out that form and then follow these steps to set up your e-wallet account. So again, you will see that below this video in the text instructions. And when you do fill out that form with your email address, you're going to have to wait about 5 minutes, and then you should get a confirmation email. So go and check your email inbox, give it about 5-10 minutes, and then it should arrive and the next steps will be there. Now, once you get that email confirmation, it's going to have a link, and that link is https://mob.ewallet.com. When you go to that link, and I'll put that link below in the text as well so you can click on it, but when you go to that link, use the same email address and also use the same password that you set up and log in. And then you will be able to look around and see how e-wallet works. So as soon as you make a commission, which you'll be able to do once you get through all these 21 steps, you'll start promoting your links. When people buy our products, you'll get paid your commission. Every 2 weeks, we pay the commissions into your e-wallet account, and then that's how you get your money. So let's talk about where you're going to get ongoing support after you get through these 21 steps, because that's very important. You've now set up your business, you're ready to really get things ramped up, you've completed all 21 steps, then what? Well, after you get through these 21 steps, you are going to begin your traffic training. We're going to show you how to start promoting your MOB consultant links with our traffic training, so you will want to get through all of that. But even after that, where do you then go for ongoing support? Well, we actually have regular training webinars, and we do them many times a week, and you will be able to go and attend these training webinars absolutely free. The other really cool thing we do is we have a private invite-only Facebook community for each level of our clientele. So for example, let's say you are a Silver Masterclass member. Once you get through all 21 steps, you will be invited to our private members-only Facebook community. And inside that community, you will see thousands of other members in this program who are just like you. They're wanting to build their own high-ticket affiliate marketing business. Some of them are brand new. Some of them have been doing it for years and years. Some of them are about to generate their first commission. They're just getting started. Others have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're from all around the world. So you can network with them. You can ask them your questions. You can ask them for their advice. You can even offer advice to some of them as well. So again, you will be invited to that group after you complete the 21 steps. So as for the daily training calls, you're going to get access to them again after you complete the 21 steps, and we have training calls on all the different traffic methods, on getting your business off to a fast start, lots of different topics. So once you get through the 21 steps, you will be sent a calendar, and on that calendar it will have all the different training calls. You just pick the one that you want to register for and you show up. Now, some of them are completely free, and I'll tell you about one of the free ones right now. Others are actually for our paid clients. So for example, if you are a Silver Masterclass member, then you'll get access to all of them. That's one of the benefits of having the Silver Masterclass. Once you do complete these 21 steps, one of the first training calls that I want you to go ahead and register for, it's called Getting Your Mo Business Off to a Fast Start. So that's like an orientation call when you're about to start promoting. What exactly should you do? Well, we talk about that on this weekly training call. So you'll want to attend that one. We also have what's called our Traffic Masters Academy training calls, and they are most nights of the week, and they cover everything from pay-per-click advertising, video marketing, solo ads, blogging, banner ads. Everything you need to know about traffic is covered on those training calls. So the good thing about the Mo Marketing System is you're never left alone. You're always going to have training. It's just up to you to plug into our support community and get on those training calls. But as long as you do, as long as you're proactive, and as long as you implement what we show you, then you can do extremely well. Now, the one training call that I do want you to start attending right now as you're going through these 21 steps is the daily power up call. And I believe we talked about this one in an earlier step, but the daily power up call, it's done most days of the week. You will find details on it in the text below. But this call, it ranges from 10 to 20 minutes long. It's about everything to do with business, mindset, even relationships and things like that. And it's a really important call because it's going to get you in the right frame of mind to build your business. So make sure you're attending that every single day as often as you can, even while you're going through these 21 steps. So I told you this was going to be a short step, and it is. We're already at the end of it. So in the next step, we're going to go a little bit more in depth on a very different concept. We're going to talk about setting ambitious revenue targets. So how much would you like to make in the next 6 months? How much would you like to make in the next 12 months? I'm going to ask you to get very clear on that and to really push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And then working with your coach, we're actually going to help you come up with a plan to achieve those ambitious revenue targets. Now, the action steps for today, it's quite simple. What I want you to do is I want you to go ahead, create your eWallet account, and then once you've logged into your eWallet account and it's all working, send an email to your coach and just let them know that you've done it, okay? Make sure you're staying in constant contact with your coach and you're telling them that you're getting through these steps and also asking you questions too. Just know that you will be able to get daily training once you complete these 21 steps. And also, while you are completing these 21 steps, as in right now today, I want you to go ahead and I want you to register for the daily power up training call. That's really important. So go ahead and register for that right now. You will find details on how to register in the text below. And for the future top earner extra training, I have a short video for you where I talk about using the right structure with your business. Now, this video, if I'd had this advice several years ago, I probably would have saved myself over $100,000. So this might be something that you want to check out. It's all about setting up the right structure for your business right from the very start. And you'll see why in the video, why that's so important. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Matt Lloyd. So today's question is all about structuring. So when you make the decision to become an entrepreneur and start a business, how should you structure that business to possibly protect your assets, legally minimize your taxes, those kind of things. So the question is, first of all, it's from Chris Barringer. So thank you, Chris. For tax purposes, what is the best way to set up my new business? Should it be a sole proprietorship, an LLC, or what? Okay, so first of all, I am not an accountant. I have no qualifications behind what I'm about to say to you, so take this just for information purposes and always seek out a professional opinion. But let me tell you about my own experience. When I got started in business in 2008, for the first 2 years I made virtually no money, and back then I was set up as a sole proprietorship. Okay, and what that meant, this is in Australia, was that for tax purposes I was being taxed like an individual who has a job, how they would be taxed. That means that if I earn over a certain amount, I believe it was over $150,000 per year, I would actually go into a higher income tax bracket. Now in Australia, typically you're paying somewhere around 30%, but as you start earning more as a sole proprietor, you can actually pay up to somewhere around 46, 47%. Okay, now that didn't bother me one bit, because for the first 2 years I had no money to pay tax on. So every year my tax bill was nothing. That's one of the benefits of running a business that's not very successful. You pay no or little tax. And then in late 2011, suddenly we started doing really well. We started having our first $10,000 months. We finished that year with a $45,000 month in revenue. 2012, every month was pretty much over 50,000 and even into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So suddenly the business started doing very well. And I hadn't been keeping books at all, because that was just a habit of making no money. I thought, well, why keep books when I don't have to pay tax anyway? I've got no money to pay tax on. So somewhere in 2013, suddenly I realized, look, I better hire an accountant, a good bookkeeper, and get my affairs in order. Otherwise, there's going to be severe consequences. Finally, after about half a year, they caught up with all of my bookwork. They had to do it for several years, and they told me what my tax bill was. And I remember getting it and just being really shocked at the amount, and every part of me didn't want to have to pay that tax, but I knew, well, I have to pay it. So I paid that tax bill, and then the next year we were already so far behind in all the tax that we had to start preparing the tax return for the very next year. And that was an even better year in terms of revenue. And at that stage, my bookkeeper, who was a husband and wife couple I found on a website called Gumtree in Australia, they said to me, hey, look, by the way, you can set yourself up as a company, and instead of paying 46%, you would be paying closer to 30%. We thought you might want to know that. And you know, I take full responsibility for that. I wish they'd told me earlier, but really I was pretty stupid, naive not to go and research that. But anyway, long story short, I ended up paying hundreds of thousands of dollars more than I would have if I'd set myself up as a company from the very start. So in hindsight, if I could go back in time, I would have set myself up as a company. In Australia, that's pretty easy to do. You can do that for probably around $1,000, and literally I would have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so my advice to you, here's my advice. Go and find a good accountant, okay, someone who knows what they're talking about, and I'll explain how to find that person shortly. Get their advice, and if you have to pay extra money to set up a company or the best structure for your circumstances, long term, if your goal is to run a successful business, and if you're in business, of course it is, you're going to save a lot of money by setting things up right from the very beginning. Now, as far as finding someone who's good, that's a difficult question to answer. There's lots of accountants out there. Who are the best ones when it comes to structuring your affairs in such a way that you are legally minimizing your taxes? Here's the best advice I can give you. Rather than researching them on Google or something like that, go and find 5 people who have a high net worth, people who are making very good money or who built wealth, millionaires or above. If you don't know anyone like that, find some people like that and pay them for their time. Okay, pay them for their time just so you can get in front of them. Okay, and then just ask them, look, what would you recommend I do, and do you have anyone that you use that you can recommend? Let me tell you a short story. I went to Las Vegas. I've been there several times, but one of the last times I was there, it was about midnight, and we're staying in this casino. I'm very tired, and someone says, hey, you should come downstairs. There's someone I'd like you to meet. And I almost didn't go down to that meeting. I'm thankful I did, because it saved me millions of dollars. I walk downstairs. We end up meeting in a restaurant. There's a few people down there. And this lady I meet is from Australia. She's very successful. She would be a millionaire. And she's telling me, we get onto this topic of talking about structuring, and she's telling me about this guy that she knows who does all of her structuring, is very smart. Not only is he an accountant, he's also a lawyer. He's very, very good, and he's helped her save a lot of money. And I say, great, would you mind sharing his contact details? So I follow up a few weeks after when I get home. I get a hold of this guy, and he tells me what it's going to cost for him to give me this advice. And the amount was a lot, in the tens of thousands of dollars. Now, at this point, I'm running an entity that's doing millions of dollars. So to put that in perspective, it's not a huge amount, okay, for the revenue we're doing, but still, I don't like the idea of having to wire someone tens of thousands of dollars just to get the right advice and to have them help me set this up. But I think about, okay, long term, with what this could save me in tax and doing things legally and above board in a way where it's not going to backfire on me later on, that's very important. I thought, okay, I'll go ahead. Anyway, long story short, that was the best decision I've ever made, like one of the very best in terms of a financial ROI. Okay, so my advice to you is find 5 very wealthy people and ask them who they use, get some recommendations, and then go to those people, and it's worth paying the money for those people to get good advice when it comes to structuring. Okay, hopefully that helps, and I will see you in the next episode. So go ahead, complete your action steps, reach out to your coach, and I will see you in the next step. Speak soon.